All right, good evening once more to you. I so much appreciate every one of you for joining. It has been an honor. I do appreciate every one of you, and thank goodness that here is a fantastic episode. If you're just joining, this is Beauty and Scars, and we do this every Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 10 p.m. West African time. Tonight, the blood lens. What's your thought? What's making you to grieve? What's making you to grieve? What's your thought? What's making you to grieve? Every human has one thing or the other that makes him or her grieve. Sometimes we hide the feelings. Sometimes we pretend all is well. But is it actually well? Thank you for joining. Tonight is a beautiful topic, and I would like to go on this topic, which probably we have seen the at I think last 2 weeks or last week or thereabout or a few days ago, depending on when you're seeing it. Now, it's very, very important. It's very, very important for we to know that offense is not just a feeling, okay? Discussing something critical, brother. Let's play. Tonight is not for playing, but thank you for joining. It means a lot to me. Okay, so tonight is about grievances. Hello, Paradika. Thank you so much for joining. So tonight is about pain, offense. How can you walk through? Okay, so how can you walk through in a midst where you see challenges, amidst the problems of life? How can you go through, especially when you're offended? How do you cope with it? When you're offended, how do you cope with it? And so tonight we're looking at it. Tonight, Blowlands, if you just joined, this is Beauty and Scars Show. We do this every Saturday and Sunday. Thank you so much. Hello, I don't understand. What I'm saying is this. Paradika, what I'm saying is this: tonight is not for gaming, okay? Tonight is not for play. There are days dedicated for that, okay? So tonight is purely on getting you to know how to overcome offense. When you're offended, how do you go through it? How do you manage it? Tonight is for that. Welcome. If you're just joined, this is Beauty and Scars Show, and we do this every Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 10 p.m. West African time. It is a space, it's a sacred space where struggles meet surrender and breakthroughs are born. The human was never designed to carry wounds forever, yet healing becomes a battle, and unforgiveness becomes the prison we lock ourselves inside. Thank you for joining. So some of us carry this unforgiveness inside of us. Through the years, we carry this unforgiveness act. We don't easily release it, because we think that probably the people that have offended us ought not to, okay? So we carry this grief. In fact, there were times in my life when I had this, what's it called? This hatred for people, okay? I just see you, and I've not gotten any conversation with you. I've not gotten into any meaningful conversation with you. I just hate you for nothing. Okay? I just hate you for nothing. And with time, it started building up. It grew to the part where I no longer want to see the good in you. Okay? So for some of us who are like that too, it is my desire that from now henceforth you will change. Okay, it is a gradual process. Thank you for joining. It means a lot. It's a gradual process. Okay, so I'll quickly get down to what we have for today. So, offense is not just a feeling, it's a filter. It stains how you see, hear, and respond. Unforgiveness blurs your destiny, and your healing is tied to your willingness to stay, process, to forgive through the end, even when it's most uncomfortable. Now, unforgiveness is something that is easily preached. Okay, you can say it over and over again. Don't do this, don't do that, and all that. But the truth remains the same. We are the masterminds of our soul. We're the masterminds of everything around us. So our character, the way we act, and all that, we are in charge. We are the driver. Okay, to that. So when you go to religious places, it's easily preached. Forgive, forgive. But when it hits you, I just pray that you don't get entangled with its curse, because unforgiveness can make you do so many things. So that's what I'm looking tonight. So just hang on with me. Thank you for just joining. Reach out to us via the description section. Reach out to us via the number there. There's a WhatsApp link there. There's a number. There's an email address. You can reach out to me directly. Now, thank you for just joining. So let's proceed. Yes, we're looking at blood lens. Okay. Can my lens actually be blood? Yes, it can be blood. Now, what does it mean to say my lens is blood? We're looking at it from character, pure character. Okay, so here's what this does to you. Okay, yes, your lens is blood, and we may not see the future clearly, but even though tears, confusion, and pain, hope still speaks. So if you're having these challenges of offense, you're trying to see a way, you're trying to find a way to see how you can get peace of mind. Okay, this show is for you. Just hang around as we go through it. Now, hope doesn't mean you're broken. Because I've decided to stay alone, because I've decided to be myself, doesn't mean you're broken. Okay, it doesn't mean you're broken. This actually tells you that you actually want to be a better version of yourself. Now, since you want to be a better version of yourself, there's no way to go about it than to try to be alone, to do your things yourself. I definitely understand that. There are times when I would love to be alone, like no calls, just myself, thinking through things and all that, vision, dreams, and all that. Okay, I understand that. Now, when the heart is wounded, when your heart is wounded, when people speak to you in an offensive manner, sometimes those words speak more volume than they actually mean. When people speak to you, there are so many things involved. It depends on how you sense it. It also depends on how you see and hear and respond to it. You can choose to respond immediately. You can choose to go back and digest it and walk over and over it again to find the perfect meaning, or let it go. So, when the heart is wounded and you refuse to release it, your perception becomes poisoned. Here's the fact, just like I said, I've offended you. You know too well I've offended you. You refuse to talk to me about it. You refuse to let me know. The burden remains in your heart. Now, anytime you see me, the perception of me to you is being poisoned. Okay? You no longer want to see me as person that is fit, that is good for something. Anytime you set your eyes on me, what you see is fault. What you see, danger. What you see, error. What you see, ill. So, when the heart is wounded and you refuse to release it, your thinking becomes poison. The words the person says becomes poison. No matter how good the idea, no matter how beautiful they sound, sing, and speak, the truth remains the same. Because your mind is poisoned, therefore, there is no need. Because you can't see clearly. That is what unforgiveness does to you. And that is what the blood lens does to you. Now, the next, just like I said, you no longer hear what is being said. You hear what your pain is interpreting. I offended you, just like I said. You know I've offended you. But then, you carry it on. It's in your mind. It's in your heart. Now, when you ask me, when you see me, that pain in your heart gives you an interpretation of myself. So you do not see a young man with wisdom. You do not see a young man that has potentials. What you're seeing is the pain that have caused you. And your mind begins to interpret it. And then when your mind begins to rewind on it, meditate on it, it becomes hatred. So your mind is totally blurred from seeing the good in me. When you see two parties work together, or when you see two parties in disharmony, note it, one of them, their mind is poisoned. And oftentimes, it's not from even their character or maybe their behaviors. It could be from people around them. It could be what they heard. It could be what they saw. And sometimes it is not. Okay? When your heart is wounded, if you're not careful, you will guide your heart against your helpers. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the life. Thank you. Now, to remove your helpers, the full man stains your heart against them. This is what I mean. Because the full man knows that if your heart is hurt, the full man knows that since you're great, you're good. And there is nothing stopping you from making breakthrough. So what he does is blows your lens, blows your heart with hatred. And of course, I've told you what that hatred does. Once the full man blows your heart with hatred, it automatically separates you from your helpers. Relationships are destroyed. Relationship built months over the years are destroyed, are shattered. So, when the heart is still on the blood lens, when the heart is poisoned, when you refuse to forgive, one conversation, one correction, one misunderstanding, the offense builds a wall where God designed a bridge. Somehow it doesn't make sense. Let me explain it better. Let me make it more simpler. Because you offended, that I've offended you, because your mind is not at rest, you automatically build a wall, a spiritual wall between myself and yourself. There's this kind of no connection between both of us. So there is actually a wall that you have built because of the offense that I've done to you. Now, that is what the offense does to you. It blurs your lens. It blurs your vision to help us. to friends, to family members. So one conversation, one correction, it looks like an attack. So I'm telling the truth, this is the truth, this is the truth. But because I've offended you, you think what I'm saying is an attack. You think what I'm saying is rubbish. You think what I'm saying is off point. You think what I'm saying is not making sense. It doesn't add value to you. You think it's just a critic. That is because your heart has been poisoned. And once your heart is poisoned, it blurs your vision. You cannot see the good in me. I can't see the good in you. Because once I see you, my mind begins to process your thought, your characters, the bad behavior, the bad side of you that I've seen. So I cannot, I may not at the instant see the good in you. That is what hatred does. And that is what offense does. So if somebody has offended you, go quickly. Reach out them. It takes you to talk to them immediately. Maybe on phone to them immediately. And calmly. Release it. Release it and let your mind be healthy. Now the next thing is, how does offense blow your destiny? How does offense blow your destiny? If you're just joining, this is Beauty and Scars. Thank you for joining. This is Beauty and Scars Show, and we do this every Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 10 p.m. West African time. Tonight, the blood lens. How does offense blow your destiny? Number one, the right interpretation goes or doesn't sit well with you. The right interpretation. What does blood lens do to you? The right interpretation doesn't sit well with you. So you can see a loving rebuke, rejection. To somebody correct you about something, you know it's very wrong. To you, it is an attack. To you, it is a rejection. To you, it's breaking your pride. So that's what offense does. Especially if you're very blood. If your vision is not... I'm not saying that you can't see physically. But what I'm saying is that once you're offended, your vision, your thinking, your thoughts becomes blood. Okay? Now, a loving rebuke starts sounding like rejection. Sometimes it seems like an oppression. There is always and will remain a fact and a deep secret I want to share with you. There is a vessel that offends your pride. Let me come back again. There is always a vessel that offends your pride. You see that your pride, you see that your profession, you think you know too well. There is always someone that will make you feel less. That's the truth. There's always someone that will want to make you feel less. Now, if such person makes you feel less by words or what have you, what are you to do? Are you to take it to heart and then begin to think over it, and then no, it's not done. It's not done. So, in as much as you know that there's always a vessel that will offend your pride, so guide it. Guide it with all your heart. If you insist on getting offended, you will keep failing. If you keep insisting on allowing people and you get offended, you will keep failing. You will lose relationships, good relationships. You would lose family ties, bonds that is meant to last for a lifetime. Life is short. If you keep allowing people offend you, you're not going to live long. Think about this. When you are upset, the mind doesn't sit well. When you are upset, the mind is not in a happy mood. The mind is never in a happy mood because it is not healthy. The heart pants more when you are angry. The human heart pants more when you are angry. So are you going to live the rest of your life being offended? If you keep allowing people to offend you, you will keep failing. Like I said, you would lose relationships. You can even lose family ties. Learn to deal with offense. Learn to deal with words. Learn to deal with critics. Know where to draw the lifeline. Okay? Learn to release. Learn to release. It's hard. Trust me. But try it each day. Try it gradually. And then you learn from it. Now the next step is, when your lens gets blood, when you have been offended and you choose to get offended, here's what happens. Your mindset and your thinking will get drowned. You don't see things in the right and with a right heart. We've said this before. Now, it can even cause you to lose good relationship that is made to shape you. Yes. Oftentimes, words that are being told to us are made to shape us. They have given you the words. Receive it. Look at it. If it's okay, you accept it. Work with it. If it's not okay, you let it slide. Release it. Thank you so much for the like. It means a lot to me. Now, the next step. Now, what are the causes of blood lens? It chases your helpers. Your helpers will be nowhere to be found. It makes you become segregated, always alone. It's not because you want to be, but because it is a blood lens. You are angry. The more you feed offense, the more you starve the power of discernment. Let me come back again. The more you feed offense, the more you starve the power of discernment. The more you feed offense, the more you can't differentiate between the right person and the wrong person. The more you get offended, the more you get bitter at heart, the more you can't get a good relationship. The more you will lose trust, because you will not want to trust anybody. Your heart tells you that everybody is the same. So there is this impression that goes to your heart that everyone is the same because of what you're going through. Do not let the offense itself blow your lens. Think about it. Now, sometimes when you are angry, when you're offended, it makes you remember the tone and forget the truth. Yeah. See, these things are what I'm saying here is highly, it's if you follow my show, if you follow us vividly, you would understand that what we are dishing out here is nothing but unbroken and undiluted truth, wisdom. Now, when you have a blood lens, it makes you remember the tone and forget the truth. So even when the truth you do not want to see, you do not want to hear. The reason is because your mind is already blurred. You are thinking. When you see the person, you don't see truth. You can never see truth because your mind is blurred. You are offended. A mind that is offended is not healthy. A heart that is offended is never going to have a clean heart. Is never going to accept truth. So I ask you one more time. Why do you get offended when you see people for the first time? You need to work on yourself. Why do you get offended when people talk to you? In every truth, in every sentence, there is always an atom of truth. It is left for you to take. Pick some truth and release the rest. Don't because of your heart, don't because of your bitter heart and lose good relationship. Don't because of your bitter heart and lose good people that will save you for a lifetime. Don't because of this bitter heart you are trying to nurture. Yes, I say it because you are trying to nurture it. You need to let it go. Let this thing go. I don't know what is wrong with you. I don't care who has offended you, but you need to let go. You need to maintain your sanity. You need to be healthy. You need to be alive. What is even the need of sleeping with a bitter heart? There, you have worse dreams. How do you even cope in the office? How do you even cope in your workplace? How do you even cope in your school, your church, your mosque, your place of worship? How do you cope? Seeing someone you hate so much. If you're just joining, this is Beauty and Scars Show. We do this every Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 10 p.m. And Scars Show with KingAnokwuru. This is a safe space where struggles meet surrender and breakthroughs are born. Now let's wrap it up with this. Spiritual growth is proven by how quickly you release offense. Let me come back again. Spiritual growth is proven by how quickly you release offense. Have you ever been talked to in a way that you are disgraced publicly and you decided to walk away? You decided to walk away. Do you know what you have done? It shows that you are mature. It shows that there is beauty within your heart. It shows that you are not alone. It shows that you have grown. I don't know what else to say, but the truth remains the same. When people offend you and you release, it shows the maturity you have gotten to in life. Have you seen people that when they talk to them, instead of retaliating, they walk away? They're not insane. They are not insane. They know what they're doing. To you, it is stupidity. To them, it is life. It is freedom. To them, they do not have the time to rethink. To them, time will tell. To them, freedom is the best weapon you can use. To them, the gift of discernment is life itself. I believe in you if you just join in. Thank you for joining. This is Beauty and Scars, and we do this every Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 10 p.m. West African time, WAT. The more offended you are, the less guided you are. The more offended you are, the less guided you are. The more offended you are, the less guided you are. So have you allowed offense to cloud your judgment? Why don't you want to release yourself and be free? I understand your plight. I understand how you feel. Am I supposed to be the one to go and apologize? I do understand. But the truth remains, if you want peace of mind, release it and let it go. Offense is not just a feeling, it is a filter. It stands how you see, hear, and respond. Unforgiveness blurs destiny, and your healing is tied to your willingness to stay, to process, to forgive through the end, even when it's most uncomfortable. Yes, the lens is blurred. We may not see the future clearly, but even through tears, confusion, and pain, hope still speaks. Help is choose to see again through those very lenses. Welcome to Beauty and Scars Show, a sacred space where breakthroughs, struggles meet surrender, and breakthroughs are born. The human mind was never designed to carry wounds. Yes, yet when pain settles in, healing becomes a battle, and unforgiveness becomes the prison we lock ourselves from the inside. Remember the story I shared with you. At 26, Andrew's best friend betrayed his trust and cost him a business deal that would have changed his entire generation, lifting them off poverty. He swore never to give. Andrew swore never to forgive because of this singular act. But guess what? For 15 years, every mentor, every correction, every idea sounded like a lie. For correction felt like an attack. Every helping hand looked like a trap. So he was actually thinking, if I allow these people, they will come in again with this mindset and hurt me again. So I'm not going to give. But recently, glory be to God, he met us on our platform. He reached out to us. Andrew reached out to us. And glory be to God, the offense that he was struggling with, the bitter heart he was struggling with, it's all gone. This is somebody that has lost billions and billions of contracts. What we are doing here, we are not joking here. We aren't joking here. What we are doing here, we are touching lives. We are reaching out to the far beyond the human mind. We are blessed. What we are doing here, we aren't joking. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is Beauty and Scars, and we do this every Saturday, 9 to 10 p.m. West African time. I want to appreciate every one of you as we wind up. Finally, be free. Release it and let it go. There's nothing impossible for you to do. I want to appreciate every one of us once more. It has been an honor. So thank you everyone for joining. Let me start from me for appreciating everyone. Thank you Amara. Thank you Chinwe. Thank you Egna Paradika. Thank you 77591. Thank you everyone. Thank you Shivo Hossein. I60 play something like that. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you. It has been an honor. Thank you so much. So join us next week. Join us next week for a fantastic episode. What is happening next week, I don't know. Subscribe, follow us on YouTube, follow us on all social media handle. Reach out to us via this number +2348 +2340-805-808-6424, +2340-805-808-6424, +2340-805-808-6424. Reach out to us via the email inforbeautyandscarssshow@gmail.com, inforbeautyandscarssshow@gmail.com. One word. Welcome once more to Beauty and Scars Show with KingAnokwuru. Welcome to Beauty and Scars Show, a sacred space where struggles meet surrender, and breakthroughs are born. So from here, we say adios. I hope you enjoyed the day. Have a nice time. I hope you enjoyed the show. Meet us next week, same time, same station. From here, we say adios.
Someday on fire.